On the cold morning of December 6, 1917, Halifax Harbor in Canada became the scene of one of the most devastating disasters in history. A deadly mix of human error, unfortunate circumstances, and an unimaginable explosive cargo culminated in a tragedy that forever marked the city and its people. This is the story of the Halifax explosion, an event that shook the world. Halifax, with its natural harbor on the Atlantic coast, was a key strategic hub for the Allies during World War I. From its docks, convoys loaded with supplies departed for Europe. Dozens of ships passed through its waters daily, including the Norwegian SS Imo and the French SS Mont Blanc, the unwitting protagonists of this catastrophe. The Imo, a ship bound for humanitarian aid, had been anchored for days awaiting supplies in Bedford Basin. Meanwhile, the Mont Blanc, carrying tons of explosives like TNT, gun cotton, and picric acid, awaited its turn to enter the harbor. Both ships, blocked by submarine nets designed to protect them from German attacks, had to delay their maneuvers until the morning of December 6th. At 7:30 a.m., with the nets lowered, both ships began to move. The Imo, eager to leave the harbor, sailed at a speed above the limit and, while trying to avoid other vessels, ended up on the wrong side of the narrow passage known as the Narrows. At that moment, it came face to face with the Mont Blanc. Despite frantic signals and desperate maneuvers to avoid it, fate was sealed. The Imo collided with the Mont Blanc. The collision itself was not catastrophic, but enough barrels of benzol were ruptured, spilling flammable liquid across the deck. As the ships pulled apart, sparks from scraping metal ignited a fire on the Mont Blanc. The crew, fully aware of the deadly cargo they carried, abandoned the ship, rowing frantically to shore while shouting warnings that few understood. The Mont Blanc, now ablaze, drifted until it grounded near Pier 6 in Halifax. A thick column of black smoke rose into the sky, drawing onlookers to their windows and the waterfront. Then, at 9:04 a.m., the unthinkable happened. The cargo exploded. The blast was so powerful it obliterated everything within 2.6 kilometers. Buildings disintegrated, ships were hurled out of the water, and over 1,600 people were killed instantly. Debris from the ship rained down miles away, and a 6-story tsunami crushed survivors near the harbor. But the tragedy didn't end there. Fires sparked by the explosion spread rapidly through an already shattered city as rescuers raced against time and, the following day, an intense snowstorm that paralyzed aid efforts. Despite the devastation, humanity shone through the darkness. People from across Canada and beyond came to help. One of the most moving stories is that of telegraph operator Vince Coleman, who, realizing the danger, sent one last message to stop a train carrying 300 passengers headed straight for the disaster zone. Coleman gave his life but saved hundreds of others. The Halifax explosion left nearly 2,000 dead, 9,000 injured, and a city in ruins. Yet from the ashes rose a spirit of solidarity that crossed borders. Today, Halifax is a symbol of resilience, a city that has rebuilt its past while honoring the victims and heroes of that fateful day. The memory of the explosion lives on, not just as a lesson in the dangers of war, but as a testament to the strength and humanity that emerge in the face of tragedy.